I'm gonna mute it. But a part of demasculating men, you have to blame on Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith.
Got them to a different.
Because I don't even want you to hear. I just want you to watch. Just watch him. Now, when I took TV production class, the one thing they emphasized is you have to look in the camera. Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith, working for slave master Ted Turner, developed where brothers don't look into the TV. They're too menacing. They're too big. They're too aggressive. So what they do is they make them talk like this. And I know some people are like, well, it's better that they talk to each other. No. Nothing has changed. You talk to your audience. You don't talk to each other. Now, I know a lot of the format has went like this, where even Europeans don't look in the camera, but especially brothers. Now, I've said a story before about ESPN, with Magic going back from Turner to ESPN. ESPN didn't take this up till about 10 years ago. And maybe a little sooner than that. But ESPN always had their people talking to the camera. But this comes from Fox, strictly from Fox. This is something that Fox invented, and it demasculates brothers. It's almost like the 50s shit when you look at Nat King Cole, and Nat King Cole didn't have any advertisers. You know, he's on live TV, and it's just straight TV because no one wanted to give him advertisement because they didn't want to make him succeed. It's almost the same thing. It's like, well, you can't get advertisement unless you have your people not looking at our larger European population because they're offended if a brother looks into the camera. It's almost like you couldn't look at a European woman without being scalded, beaten. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And Turner TV, TNT invented this shit. This demasculating of the men. Because the men are too menacing. We can't have all these big giant football players looking into the camera. So I caught this, and that was my point of catching this, is that this was once a Turner thing, and now it's everybody. And it's not the way TV is evolving. Again, it comes back into demasculating brothers and not letting brothers look into the camera. And there's only one reason for that. I find it disturbing that they look at each other and they don't look at me. I find it almost childish, kiddish, that they don't look into the camera. Again, I took TV production in high school and college. Took speech class. Speech class emphasized your final was a 5-minute speech. You know how many notes you need for a 5-minute speech? And not one time did we look to the side. We were taught to look into the camera.